Here's a final look at Halloween Town. So I've filled the 14 base plates, 32 by 32 stud. Most of them, at least 11 of them are fully covered out of the 14. So we've got 2 rows of 7 long. And most of it is tiled off, plated, decorated. And lots of stories. So here's the pumpkin launcher. We've got one in midair to show implied action. We've got the minion reaching all the way over to the launcher, which actually does work too. Three, two, one. It really launches. In front of Morticia's cottage, we have some fangs coming right out of the ground, ready to eat up Morticia. And there's a little spider in front of them, some spider webs. Lurch is handing out candy. They have a jack-o'-lantern in front of their front door. And then these are supposed to represent the blow-up decorations people put up at Halloween. You got some Mario characters and a giant pumpkin. And then at the Minions mansion, they've decorated a bat on front of their house. They've got their dish of candy and they're handing out. There's Wednesday Addams, the balloon from It. Now the mayor is two-faced. He's got his happy face on this side and sad on this side. And that's supposed to represent being two-faced, lying, saying one thing, doing the other. So that's why the bad mayor is chained up right in front of the pumpkin launcher. Here we have more blow-up decorations. The ghost, the jack-o'-lantern that lights up. At least that's what I'm representing there. The squirrel's got a little treat to eat. This little girl's afraid of the snake. Trick-or-treaters, they've got their bags of candy. And then we've got like tentacles coming out of the ground. Green ones, blue ones. Another blue one hidden back here. And the witch is evil. Actually, this is the vampire. And she's handing out apples instead of candy. And the Sanderson sisters are also handing out apples instead of candy because they're evil too. Here we have a really old minifigure. This is a vintage Lego piece. So it's supposed to represent another kind of blow-up decoration in front of the house. And here we have a mouse, another vintage minifig. We've got a bunny and a squirrel eating some treats. Trick-or-treaters are dropping lots of candy this year. And then the spiders have lots of web, and in the web are some arms, just the skeletons, the bones, and some wings. Now we've got 2 of the same minifigures. This is supposed to represent action. So the beginning of the action, and then all of a sudden she's attacking the spiders. And there's the captive victim of the spiders with the web holding his hands. And then Indiana Jones has spider web all over his face. So that minifigure was perfect for this scene. I've positioned web shooting out of the spiders. So we've got one there spread out to 3 different strings. Another one that spreads out. And then these are just the beginning lines. Those spikes represent the start of the spider spitting out its web. We have fire dragons coming out of the pipe. The one from Mario. Here's the Joker representing a clown beside the It balloon. This is from Hogsmeade. Got a skeleton picture and a zombie picture on the other side. So we've got two of the same ones. This minifigure has his hard hat jumping right off of his head. So I just have a 1x1 plate in there, a rounded plate under his cap, lifting it up just a little. He's been spooked by the ghost. Here we have a vintage pirate minifigure, and he has a crab stuck to his peg leg. So his peg leg has no feeling, and he doesn't notice. We've got the 7 dwarves with their pickaxes in the cemeteries. I wonder what mischief they're getting into there. And then we can see some bodies crawling out of the graves. Like there's the torso of a minifigure with a red hat. Now there's zombies walking around the graveyard, missing arms. And the same thing at the other graveyard. We've got one of the 7 dwarves and his pickaxe, and a zombie missing an arm and missing a hand. But he has nice shades. I have a claw from Wolverine that's green and created a spooky looking plant. So tried to clean up edges with some tiles and some plant elements and like snakes. Tiled off here, here. So it's looking pretty cleaned up, and I don't think I'll add any more just because it's already so busy. We've already tied together this black area, so it goes to the black rolling hill from the Nightmare Before Christmas and continues right up to the ghost corner. So you've got your 4 ghosts there. And again, they're representing blow-up decorations in front of people's houses. So it's a scene of everybody trick-or-treating in this spooky street called Halloween Town. And here are some close-ups. Get right in there. There's so many skeletons down the sidewalk. I've also added the Krusty Burger worker. He's trying to fly his broom beside the Sanderson sisters. And we still have one of the 7 dwarves trying to fly his broom. So they're keeping a close eye, trying to figure it out. And then I have added a lot of clear pieces to keep these minifigures floating. Like this witch here. So some of them are real witches and really flying, and some are just trick-or-treaters dressed up. So this mummy's a real mummy, and it's fitting to have him beside Indiana Jones. Can't forget these skeletons on fire here. So all together, let's see how many skeletons we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 skeletons. And that's not including the trick-or-treater dressed as one or Jack Skellington. Just the white-pieced ones. We've added the vortex twirls as well. And that's right beside the Nightmare Before Christmas. And if you remember, Jack Skellington finds the door to Christmas Town and is sucked in from this vortex. And you see that spiral just spinning around. More trick-or-treaters dressed as Batman and Darth Vader. And a witch. Some vintage minifigures in here. Here are some of the surprise minifigures. So they're afraid of the werewolf. These guys are afraid of Jack Skellington and the witch from the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Here's the bird's eye view. And then the profile view. All right, thank you for watching.